my dear people, you're welcome to the channel. More troubles for Shomole as Obaseki reacts to the University of Ibadan certificate. If you've been following what has been going on, the politics that has been going on in Edo State with regards to Shomole and Obaseki's certificates, alleged certificate forgery, I'm sure you'll be itching to hear more about all of these happenings, especially with regards to the certificate forgery. Okay, so I'm going to be reading out the news to you guys and then play this video. I really want you guys to see the video, okay? But before then, I want to encourage you to go ahead and support the channel by subscribing to the channel. And also, please turn on the notification bell so that each time I upload a video on this channel, you will get notified. So the news reads, there had been a series of speculations flying around the Edo State governor with regards forging his certificate. The speculations further gained prominence on Tuesday, June 9th, when the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Adams Oshomole, spoke on the authenticity of the first-degree certificate presented by the governor. While inaugurating the APC's screening and appeal committees for its members, contesting the governorship primary in Edo, Oshomole was quoted to have said, "Someone should approach the UI and end this matter once and for all. If the certificate Obaseki parades is that of the UI, find out how did he pass the Senate screening of those days. I'm aware that in those days, when this man never dreamt of becoming a governor, every student, no matter your status or your family name, must pass screening." However, on Wednesday afternoon, June 10th, the management of UI, in a statement by its registrar, Olubunmi Faluyi, confirmed that the governor graduated from the institution, adding that he studied classics. Obaseki gained admission to the university in 1976 and graduated in 1979 with his second-class honors, lower division. Records of his admission and graduation are intact in the archives of the university, Faluyi said. In his reaction to the UI's confirmation of his studentship, Obaseki simply tweeted via his official Twitter handle, "Posterity will always vindicate the just." So that's the video, my people. So eventually, this man, Obaseki, has been vindicated of all the accusations, of all the lies, of all the certificates forgery saga that has been flying around. Meanwhile, guys, I want you guys to really watch this video, where he spills out his achievements, for the years that he has served Edo State, his achievements in that state. I want you guys to watch this video as far as you can. It's quite a lengthy video, but watch as far as you can, okay?
Deserve a re-election?
Oh, definitely, Sheung, definitely. If you know where Edo was in 2016, when I assumed office, and where it is today, you'll agree we've made tremendous strides. But those strides are not sufficient. They're not where we want to be. As at 2016, when I took over office, Edo was topping the list of people who were being trafficked from this country. Human trafficking was a big issue. We had, at the point, over 30,000 Edo citizens in Libya waiting to cross over. These are people who had lost hope, people who couldn't find jobs, and they just thought that anywhere else but home will be it. Today, human trafficking is almost history. Because what we did was to understand why people had lost hope, why these kids did not want to stay at home. We found out it was because they were poorly educated, the educational system had collapsed, and because there were no jobs, there were no businesses, or very few businesses that could provide the job opportunities. So that defined how we then approach governance. And 3 years on, it's clear the evidence is out there. We have reenacted education in Edo State. We are making education what it should be, particularly public education. And, everyone in the world is attesting to that. The World Bank, the Nigerian Union of Teachers have given awards to that effect. Today, a child in Edo State, a child in a primary school in Edo State, after 3 terms in school can read and write. We have trained over 12,000 teachers and giving them digital platforms so that I can tell when a teacher is in class. I can tell if a teacher has completed his or her lesson notes for that day. I can tell how children, how they are doing in school to ensure that they are learning. And we're proud of what we've done with education in Edo, particularly Edo Best. And with the kind of education we are now giving our kids, the new generation of Edo citizens we are building, there'll be no need to leave home. There'll be no need to travel. They'll be confident, well-trained children with open minds that can now deal with the world they're facing. So we've done well. We've laid the foundations. 3 years, 4 years is certainly not enough to make those fundamental changes you need to on a sustainable basis. I need another term to consolidate on those reforms which we have started.
Are you very, very desperate about it?
No, I've never been desperate about anything in life.
Because you said you have laid a foundation,
yes,
and you needed to consolidate on it. That's what you've said.
Yes.
So should you get it? It's going to be okay for you. Should you not? How does that come to you?
I will not walk away, because walking away will not be serving God. I mean, I have 300,000 children today whose lives will be fundamentally changed by me being in office. Should I walk away from them? I have young men and women who were training for jobs. We're building a digital city. I'm giving hope. Should I walk away from them? So walking away is not under any consideration.
So you push as hard as you can?
Definitely, definitely.
So,
definitely.
I mean, let me take you up quickly on some of the things you said. You promised at the campaigns that you're going to provide 200,000 jobs in 4 years.
Yes.
How many of those have you provided?
At the last count, and this was a survey done on an independent basis by Business Day, the newspaper, and this was about 6 months ago. They authenticated through our Edo Jobs platform that we had created about 157,000. That was about 5 months ago, 6 months ago. And it's kept growing. Unfortunately, we had COVID-19, the COVID-19 pandemic about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, which certainly has slowed that process. Yeah, we may not be at 200,000 exactly, but clearly we are over 80, 90% to 200,000 jobs.
So because you were very confident monitoring your campaign at the time, that seems to be your major, because 200,000 jobs seems to be the posters that you find everywhere, dotting every nook and cranny of the Edo cities. Yes. And one would think that that was your campaign mantra. Precisely. At the time, 200,000 jobs. A lot of your opponents and your critics were saying, we want to see just how you're going to provide that. Having provided according to some of the statistics, because the jobs statistics are not exactly saying that Edo State has improved so much in the last 2 years or so in terms of unemployment rate. But would you say you have done well?
In the circumstance, we've done fantastically well. Fantastically well. But for COVID-19, if we had finished the survey and allotment of the 100,000 hectares of new oil palm plantations, which is in the ball, that easily would have created another 50,000 jobs. So we were clear that where did we think we'll get the jobs from? First, by getting young people to understand technology. So if you come into the Edo State Technology Hub today, you find anyone who's any company that's worth it, that's what is ranking, is there. Cisco, Google, Facebook, everybody training young men and women. These are people who are doing coding, people who are investing in their own businesses. We're supporting a lot of SMEs. As government, we're also employing. We have Edo Jobs. We're matching employers with job seekers. We're giving training. We're giving support, particularly in areas like agriculture, where we have the agripreneur scheme, where we've put over 10,000 hectares of land under cultivation, and we have in excess of 3,000 people, taking those opportunities. So we across the spectrum, from technology to education to agriculture to services, logistics, transportation, we've provided jobs.
So, and you think presently that your re-election bid is not being threatened right now, especially because of your internal party crisis?
It's not been threatened from the perspective that if people are allowed to express themselves, if the APC members are allowed to express themselves and follow the laid-down party constitution and regulations, we shouldn't have a problem. It's very clear.
But you fear that may not happen?
Well, from the conversations, discussions that are currently going on, we're trying to make sure it doesn't happen because it will not be in the interest of our party.
What gives you the impression that that may not happen?
Well, I am optimistic because as you know very well, Sheon, last week, some governors of the party were in Lagos to see the leader of the party. They went to see the chairman of the party. So conversations are on, so that we can build internal peace and harmony within our party. We're the ruling party. You know, it's ours to lose, and really, there's really no reason why we should lose.
Have you met the national chairman, Adams Oshiomhole, recently?
Not recently.
Face-to-face?
Not recently, face to face.
Have you spoken with him recently?
Not recently.
Are you optimistic that you might be able to resolve your rift with him anytime soon?
I do not have a rift with him as a person.
But you are not in good terms with him?
I just do not agree with how he is, at some decisions he's taking as it relates to the party. It's not in the interest of our party. You see, yeah, from our quarrel has been that we're doing things that are outside the constitution of our party. The logic of democracy is that it's the people that should drive democracy. Democracy should be built bottom up and not top down. Democracy should start from the base. So in the last 4 years, going 4 years, we in Edo have restructured our party. We've built from the units, through the wards, through the local governments, to the state. And the executives at every level are in harmony, and they've been working hard. So our party is very strong in the state. And the quarrel is, look, the party is not allowed to make its decisions from the base. Decisions are imposed from the top. And that's not auguring well. It's creating, disharmony within the system.
That's the bottom line.
Bottom line.
Because you said at some point that some of the reasons why you're not in alignment with some of the opposition in the party is because you are not willing to give Edo people's money to a political godfather. Is he one of those?
Well, we have, our politics has evolved. Our democracy is maturing. The type of politics we played in 1999 cannot be the same type of politics in the year 2020. Today, 21 years after, even a child who is 21 is now an adolescent. He wants to do things differently. So you cannot continue to restrict the political space. You've got to open it up. You can't say, okay, the reward for political participation, for patronage, is to now have non-state actors beginning to take over state resources. We had a situation when I took over. My local government, Oredo local government, the total internal IGR, the internally generated revenues that accrued to Oredo local government as at December 2016 was under 10 million naira. And this was a local government that was owing salaries and pensions. Today, with that same local government, because of the restructuring, earns almost 100 million naira a month. So those actors, those political actors, who used to benefit from that arrangement, you don't expect them to be happy. But, the greater number of people in Edo State are happy for it.
So that's it, my dear people. We've all heard him, and going by what he has said, I think what he has done is commendably. He has performed commendably well, if I must be very honest, based on what he has said. Okay, but then I do not live in Edo State, so people who live in Edo State would like to hear from you guys. What you guys think about what he has said? Please feel free to drop that in the comment section below. And like I earlier said, please do not forget to support the channel by subscribing to the channel, and also please turn on the notification bell, like and share the video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, see you in the next video.